Summertime and you wear flip flops.
Crazy lady.
I limped all the way out here for you, actually. Yeah, I canceled everything else this week. Yeah.
You know you're just trying to hook up with somebody today.
And that's more my story.
I know. This is Flat Lady Di with Empire Magazine, and today we are with Crazy Legs. Woo!
Hey, what's up? B-boy Crazy Legs.
B-boy.
Not breakdancer.
Hey.
B-boy.
That's what I'm talking about. Me, myself, I have grown up. I'm not going to say how old I am.
I'm 48.
Watching you, I'm a little bit. Watching you from a distance, because I live in Michigan. I grew up in Michigan. So we saw you on TV. We didn't get to see you firsthand, but believe me, in Michigan, you were known.
Now here's something. The first tour I ever went on was called the Kitchen Tour. It featured Oliver Lake and a group called Oliver Lake and Joker, which is like a jazz band. Eric Bogosian, the actor and comedian,
right.
who's doing stand-up. And several other people, and myself, Fat Five Freddy, Frosty Freeze, and this guy DJ Spy. It was a 12-city tour, and Detroit was on that list of cities that we went to, and that was actually the first time a collective of hip-hop elements went. It wasn't a hip-hop tour, but the fact that you had MC, DJ, B-Boy, it was the first time something like that happened. 81. Detroit! Yeah.
What was the main mission that Jimmy D had to keep RSC alive and that he passed on to you?
You know, because we were young, I don't think there was any kind of well thought out mission that would identify any kind of goal or movement. People were just young, because when you think of how old people were, like 16, 17, and the retirement age for B-Boy back then was about 16, 17.
Right.
So he basically had given me a chapter of Rocksteady when I moved to Manhattan for a few years, and saw within 6 months how well the chapter was doing. I had people performing. We took it to a whole other level from just being a crew that battled in the streets and going to jams to a crew that was on stage and doing all the battling as well. I was like, yo, keep the crew. The crew's yours. Keep it alive.
Right.
So maybe that was his mission, to tell me to keep it alive, seeing the direction of it already.
Right. How has the evolution of dance over the years influenced or impacted you guys as a group?
I think, wow, evolution of dance, evolution of dance, when you're part of the evolution, how do you really speak about it affecting you?
Right.
I would like to think that we're affecting other people for the better. But then you also have people that have been game changers throughout the years that come up behind us and add their generation's input, which just keeps on, putting the dance on reset and refresh and, new interest again, because there's something else to learn.
Right.
So there's a lot of crews outside of Rocksteady that have contributed.
Today's music.
Yes.
Top today. Then, there's a lot of good stuff out there, but there's not a lot of good stuff out there. So, what is your thoughts about hip-hop today? And the dance, there's none. There really isn't any. That goes with the music today. Nobody's really, unless they're doing old school dancing, they're not really dancing to whatever the latest. I don't even know what the latest song is today, but the song that's hot right now, there's not really a.
That really depends on which direction you're looking in, because if you're a person that pretty much has a different lifestyle than how you would have approached hip-hop when you were in your earlier years, teens and all that stuff, you're probably not going to be aware of it because you're not looking for it, but there actually is a lot of that going on, and I think there's room for everybody, but I also think there's room to use hip-hop as a tool, whatever element it is, as a way of bringing education to people, inspiring people to be socially aware and things like that. But as far as the dance is concerned, there's a lot of great dancing going on. It may be under the media radar, but I could go find an event online right now that's coming up, and I'll say, okay, well, yeah, that'll have about 9,000 people attending. And if you were in contact with anyone that would know that information, you would think exactly what you're saying.
Well, no, I don't think that I'm saying that dancing is not still relevant, because it definitely is. But
no, No, I mean, to the music.
2 Chainz. 2 Chainz. You're not really be known as 2 Chainz.
No, but then again, we also didn't break to every rap record that Run DMC did as well. So it isn't really about not appreciating them just because they don't make music that we break to, because I think that all of it is still relevant, and I can't treat it as if it ain't what I relate to at my age, I'm not accepting it. I have to think like, yo, there's a lot of young brothers and sisters out there that are having their own time, their own generation, their own memories that they're coming up on, and it's very normal for us to want our independence from the generation before us. So I can respect that. So I think you just have to ask them. Say, what are you rocking to? What do you think?
We understand that when the group first formed, dancers who wanted to join had to battle against each other in order to be a member. They had to win to be a member.
Well, the new recruits had to battle members of Rocksteady to then be considered. And that was after developing some sort of friendship, bond and interest.
Right.
And then, whether you won or lost didn't really matter. It was really about the potential, because the battle that I had, I lost. But they assessed how much I was progressing since they first met me.
Right.
And that's how we still do it. But when we do select kids in Rocksteady these days, they got to be doing great in school. We would not accept anything less than great.
Good. Fly Lady Died, signing out with Empire Magazine. Crazy Legs in the house.
Peace, y'all.
I believe God is me.